Power target trades, power trigger trade. Right, I got a good update here for BA. In my opinion, BA set up the test 270 to 275. Like a possible earnings run. The stock definitely showing a lot of strength. There was an indecision day I talked about, but we are, closing. Closing above that particular day, but we still want to look for power. So BA set up the test 270 to 275. The October 20 160 calls could be used. That's right, people. So listen, I will explain the entry and the reason what I'm looking for. Like I said, this stock here, it doesn't, like some people don't understand how this stock moves, but whether it doesn't matter how overbought this stock is, or this stock, first of all, is not overbought, and BA moves in extreme overbought conditions. So this stock doesn't care what overbought, oversold. None of those things make a difference for BA. What BA does is tell us price action. Anyways, we still want to see the power because I want to avoid a chop. In other words, that they just want to hold this. So basically, we want to look for power through 260, okay? And if we can get some good volume above 260, 400K on a 10-minute chart, we'll look for entry. But if the volume isn't there, what I will be looking for is basing above 260 and look for power towards 261. Reality is the stock should start to keep showing us the power, okay? And if it shows us the power, much like what Netflix did, then it can take off. They can have a good earnings run. Now, this stock here, these targets here are not. This stock is really set up to go. Depending on which pivots they're going off of, we're talking about 280, 290, 300, right? So they may run it to these levels, and then if you look at, before earnings, the stock was strong. Okay, they made some gains during their run, and then earnings came and they popped it again. Okay, now a lot of people thought it was they were looking to short this. Okay, they were looking to short over here. Listen to me. If there's anybody who knows about technical analysis, it's power trigger trade. Okay, because I've said this stock has not been a short. There are people talking to me. The only time I talked about this being a short was if it would confirm, people, and if it doesn't confirm, we don't want to. It's not what we think, it's what the market's telling us. So the market, and understanding that, that's what I do. My studies are on what the market's saying, not what I'm thinking. It looked like they were going to they were telling us they were going to try to test lower, but this is not the case. Unless, of course, one of the two scenarios I see here is they chop this. Now, if they do try to confirm my original plan, that could change, right? We need to take it step by step. But right now, what I'm looking for is, again, we're looking for a break over 260 on some good action volume of 400K. And if we don't get the volume, we'll watch for some basing of 260 and look for power towards 261. This should show power. I mean, this stock can move 3-4 points in a day. And I think that we're at that zone where we need to see the power. Based on the visionary lines, we need to see power. But we are ready to go higher. And it's just a matter of the power here. So let's go take a look at the options. All right, so here's BA, October the 6th, close 258.58. All right, so we're ready. We're in that zone of action. Just a matter of the power here, right? There is no reason for this not to run higher. So here are the 260 calls. You can see here there's great open interest in here. And they're trading pretty well. These are the ones you want to use. Okay, we simply go to one of my targets. Even if we go just to 264, 265, we're doubling our money. So we want to use 260 calls. Okay, minimum 260 calls. I don't like anything more than that. I mean, you could use 262.5, but I prefer the 260 calls because when this wants to push, it should make a nice push, right? And so that's the thing. We're going to be looking for that strength. Either we're going to get the volume confirmation or the price strength, because BA does not always give us the volume, or the way I like it anyways. But I can tell you one thing. If we do see the volume, that's going to be a sure no-brainer. Boom. You know what I'm saying, people? You just go in, right? The volume, for me, the volume makes things very easy. This is why I use a two-step process. The volume tells me, especially at key pivot numbers, tells me, okay, just like, for example, Netflix people, the volume that day, we confirmed perfectly. Volume, price action, everything. I mean, even though we had to pay a little higher, 50 cents higher, the result, the end game was to avoid false movements and capture the real gains. All right, people, welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post great detailed plans unlike anything else. Okay, and I catch, and something, people, we catch great gains on here on Power Target Trades. There's something else I'm working on right now. That's a great future for Power Target Trades. From we'll say a private investor, and his success is going to be important for Power Target Trades, in my opinion. So I'm working hard on that. But anyway, see this. I'm going to post this Netflix October 06 review. You should check it out, because what it shows you are the power of my plans. A lot of people were thinking Netflix was high. Don't assume, people. Don't assume. Don't be the yo-yos out there who assume things that miss things. Never assume. My last Netflix trade did not work. And we take a small loss, but the one that did, this one over here, because I said, listen, people, I knew Netflix was going higher. It just that they needed to do that bit of a game, and then they took it up, right? It's just part of the process, people. But was I correct? Big time correct. If you see the power of the move, even people shorting Netflix, lost money shorting Netflix, while my plan, anyone just taking my long plan, made money with your eyes closed. See this review, see the power, witness the words of what I'm explaining inside these videos, people. Anyways, if you haven't already subscribed, I suggest you open a YouTube channel. I use a YouTube account. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel, a YouTube account, right? And it'll allow you to participate in future things I'm going to be doing here on Power Target Trades. You want to listen, you want confirmations. You want to check out my creative plays. I created something that is so much proof right in front of your eyes. All you need to do is pay attention to what I'm saying, and the power will reveal itself to you. What I've created is something very powerful called the Visionary Line Systems, and allows me to see things unlike anything else out there, people. Why things will move regardless if they look overbought or not, it's the key. And what I'm also doing is I fine-tune everything, people. So it's not just any stock. It must meet a criteria, and it comes into my scans, it comes into my focus, and I also narrow it down to the highest probability. This is why you notice that I post very few ideas, and almost practically all of them make money on confirmation. And this is why I say telling people with an 80% correct rate, I have a system in place that if you simply take the best trades on confirmation, especially you see me say confirmation, or listen very carefully to what I'm saying in the videos, because if you listen to what I'm saying in the videos, it will give you the motivation. You don't need me to tell you confirmation. However, I am posting the confirmation, and so there you have it, people. A great, special, powerful, detailed update for BA. I know some people wanted me to hear about it, and I was waiting for the market to tell me what it's trying to tell me, right? And it made sense. Before there was that 50-50, and so when it's 50-50, now it's clear to me. If they want to confirm, it's very clear. They want to take BA higher, and it can go higher and higher and higher. There's no such thing as overbought with BA, so keep that in mind, people. I'm going to show you an easy way to subscribe to the video. Let's see what I say.
Alright, people, now that we just finished watching that great detailed video, don't forget to look at my banner. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you check out my creative playlist. Make sure you study before taking action on Power Target Trades. Every plan that I make has great detailed instructions. And I put my heart and soul in it because I want my subscribers and followers to make great money in the markets. But you have to study, people. Let me show you a way to subscribe. Let's see a picture of me around here in a circle format. Simply click on it, and it's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. Don't forget, people, at the end of the video to like the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like